Good morning, friends. So, once again, I, Vivek Kumar, welcomes you to this book reading marathon challenge. I'm happy to share with you that now we have completed 4 of the books, and today we are going to start a new chapter of a new book, that is The Habits Blueprint by Patrik Edblad. Are you excited? Yes, I am excited. I'm excited to start this new journey with a new book. In this series of 7 books on habits, we started with Atomic Habits by James Clear. Then we went ahead and took the book Better Than Before by Gretchen Rubin. We have also completed the book Teeny Habits by B.J. Fogg and Willpower by Warminster. Now today, we're going to start with the next book, The Habit Blueprint by Patrik Edblad. So friends, what's special about this book? This is a self-help book on habits. And as we have already talked about the 4 previous books, and we can correlate with things that, every book is talking about something. How can we make our habits better? So this is what this book is also going to talk about. But our motto to read so many books on habits is that we make the process of habit making a regular habit as well. So once you go ahead, read so many books, you are not only going to be clear about the concepts of the book, rather you are also going to improve your communication skills, you are going to improve your writing skills, reading skills, and everything that comes your way. You come over a lot of words what you learn every day. So why not go ahead, grab the book. I've already sent you a mail yesterday talking about where I've given you all the links about the PDF summary book and about the PDF whole book. So let's start today learning the book and reading out the book Habit Blueprint by Patrik Edblad. So as we start our journey with a one-line summary of the book. So this book is written by Habit Blueprint, and the summary book is written by me. And so let's talk about if I have to express this book in just one line, so what can that be one line? So I have expressed this in a one line as The Habit Blueprint is a masterpiece book on habits, and it provides a step-by-step guide to creating and maintaining positive habits to achieve personal and professional success. Yes, when you create a habit, when you inculcate a habit within you, you not only grow personally, you grow professionally also, because when you do something on a routine, when you do something as a habit, you improve doing it. And once you are improved, you get success, not only personal, but professional as well. Friends, I have already gone through the whole entire book. And while going through the book, I got a lot of learnings from the book. So I'd like to share with you 10 learnings from the book, The Habit Blueprint by Patrik Edblad. So this book shows up a step-by-step guide to creating and maintaining positive habits to achieve personal and professional success. Additionally, this book covers various topics such as setting goals and establishing a daily routine, overcoming obstacles and staying motivated, and making lasting changes to one's habit and behavior. So friends, this is one thing that when we talk about habits, we also talk about goals. We also talk about setting a daily routine. So when you have a routine, you definitely go ahead and get that routine into a habit. So that's what the aim of this book is, to put you in a habit, to put you set a goal, to make you set a goal and make a daily routine for yourself. So here goes the 10 learnings that I got from this book. I've just sorted down it in simple 10 points. First of all, habits are the key to long-term success and happiness. Secondly, to change a habit, one must understand the underlying psychology of why they exist. Now, if you want to form a habit, you need to understand why I want to form that habit. Is there something that I get, or is there something that motivates me to get to that habit? I have started this book reading Marathon Challenge, but what is the motivation behind it? That will keep me moving. Maybe a lot of obstacles are going to come in the way, but I'll keep on moving because that why is always there with me. Why I want to do this book reading marathon challenge. So that if I have that why with me, I'm always good to go. Now, habits are formed through a loop, and that loop was also we have also seen this loop when we talked about Atomic Habits by James Clear, where the author talks about cue, craving, response, and reward. So in the summary, we'll be talking more about what this loop is. Now, if not forming a habit, what I want is I want to change a habit. I have a bad habit with me and I want to change that habit. Then I must change the cue, craving, response, or reward. Whatever the cue or whatever the cravings I have and whatever the response I get and whatever the rewards I get, I need to change it. So once I change that, my habit gets changed. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about not only forming a good habit, I'm also talking about just leaving or changing a bad habit. Now, habits are formed through repetition, so consistency is essential. You cannot form a habit by just doing it once. You need to do it consistently every day. You need to, be consistent on whatever you're doing, and then it becomes a habit. Habits can be grouped into 4 categories. First, identity. Now, there is something which can be your identity. There can be something that you are knowledgeable about. There can be something which you have the skill, and there can be something which can be about the environment. To change a habit, one must first identify which category it belongs to. Now, there are so many categories a habit can be. So you need to identify that category in which that habit belongs to. Now, habits are more likely to stick if implemented in small steps. Habits are more likely to stick if tied to a specific goal. And habits are more likely to stick if tied to a specific time and place. Means you need to tie up your habits to small steps, to some of your specific goals that you are having for every day, and even to a time and a place. Now let's go ahead and read the entire summary book. Now, as I told you, this book, The Habit Blueprint, is written by Patrik Edblad, and it's a self-help group, just like other books which you have already gone through regarding habits, like Atomic Habits. And it provides readers with a step-by-step guide to creating and maintaining positive habits to create personal and professional success. Now, the author divides this book into 7 chapters, each covering a different aspect of habit formation and change. The book's first chapter, The Power of Habits, explains the importance of habits in our lives. Patrik suggests that habits are the key to long-term success and happiness, and that we can reach our goals and live the life we want by understanding and changing our habits. He also explains the psychology behind habit formation, including the cue, craving, response, reward loop that drives the habit formation and the role of repetition in habit formation. Yes, whenever we talk about the word habit, the word repetition comes together, because you cannot have a habit which you do not repeat. So once you start repeating something, it becomes a habit to you. In the second chapter, which the author has named as How to Change Habit. Now, it's not only important to have good habits, form good habits, it's also important to change your bad habits. So how to do that? The author dives deeper into the habit change process. Edblad explains that to change a habit, we must first understand the underlying psychology of why it exists. Definitely, a why for anything is important. If I'm doing this book reading challenge, I must have a why for it. I must understand why I'm doing it and what's the benefit that I'm going to get and what's the benefit that others in my community is going to get with this book reading marathon challenge. The author also provides framework for identifying the specific cue, craving, response, and rewards that make up a habit, and suggests ways to change it of these elements to change the pattern. Now, in the third chapter, habit categories, the author introduces the idea of grouping habits into 4 categories. It can be your identity, it can be the knowledge, it can be the skill, and it can be the environment in which we are there. Edward explains that different types of habits require different approaches to change, and that by identifying which category a habit belongs to, we can more effectively change it. For example, habit related to identity, such as I'm a smoker. So that smoking has become an identity to me. Anybody, if they meet me, they call me a smoker. So if I can relate myself as an identity, as a smoker, so that's a great identity. That's a very sticky identity. Now it will require a change in mindset and also our beliefs that if I want to become a non-smoker from a smoker, now it requires a lot of willpower. It requires a lot of mindset change and change in your beliefs. In contrast, skills related habits such as I can run a marathon. So if I am a runner, I can run a marathon. Now it requires practice and repetition, because you cannot become a marathon runner just overnight. You have to go on doing some practice. You have to go on forming a habit about it. You have to go on doing that practice. Then only you can stick a identity like this, like I'm a marathon runner. So this requires practice and repetition. Now, in the 4th chapter, goal setting, it explains the importance of setting specific, measurable, and achievable goals in habit formation. Edblad explains that habits are more likely to stick if we can attach them to a specific goal. He also provides a step-by-step guide for setting and achieving goals. He also explains the importance of setting small incremental goals and the role of feedback and self-reflection in goal setting. Now, coming to the 5th chapter, it talks about routines. So it covers the importance of establishing a daily routine in habit formation. Edblad explains that habits are more likely to stick if you can attach them to a specific time and place. He also provides strategies for creating and maintaining a consistent daily routine. Additionally, he covers the importance of consistency and the role of rewards in reinforcing habits. Now, the 6th chapter, that is obstacles and motivation. In this chapter, the author addresses the challenges of habit change, including overcoming obstacles and staying motivated. Now, whenever you want to form a habit, there's going to be a lot of obstacles that will come to your way. There will be many people who will be suggesting you cannot do it, but you need to overcome those challenges. And not only that, you need to keep yourself motivated. Now, motivation never comes from outside. It has to be within yourself. If you can be motivated if you are very clear about the why of why you're doing that particular thing. So if you are clear about the why, you are motivated from inside. So there is no obstacle that can stop you. Now, Edward explains that obstacles and setbacks are a natural part of habit change process and provides strategies for dealing with them. He also covers the importance of self-motivation and the role of social support in habit change. The 7th chapter, that is the last chapter, it's an implementation chapter. Now, anything that you want to form as an habit, or anything that you want to do in your life, you need to implement. Just to plan something is different, and when you implement it, that becomes yours, and that then only it can go into your habits. So implementation covers this chapter covers the final step in habit change, putting new habits into practice. Edward explains that habits are more likely to stick if we implement them in small steps and provide a step-by-step guide for implementing new habits. He also covers the importance of tracking progress and the role of accountability in habit change. And in chapter 8, it is all about the summary that the author has summarized the entire book as a summary. In this chapter, Patrik Edblad recaps the book's main points and emphasizes the importance of understanding and changing habits for personal and professional success. He reiterates the concept of cue, craving, response, reward loop that drives habit formation and the role of repetition in habit formation. He also emphasizes the importance of identifying the specific cue, craving, response, and rewards that make up a habit, and suggests ways to change each of these elements to change the habit. He also explains the importance of grouping habits into 4 categories: identity, knowledge, skills, and environment, and how each type of habit requires different approaches to change. He also highlights the importance of setting specific, measurable, and achievable goals in habit formation and the role of consistency, daily routine, and rewards in reinforcing habits. The author also addresses the challenges of habit change, including overcoming obstacles and staying motivated, and the role of self-motivation and social support in habit change. Finally, he covers the importance of tracking progress, accountability, and the step-by-step guide for implementing new habits. The book concludes by emphasizing the power of habits and how we can achieve our goals and live the life we want by understanding and changing our habits. To conclude, the habit blueprint is as an in-depth guide to creating and maintaining positive habits. The book provides a comprehensive approach on how to make lasting changes to one's habit and behavior, and how to achieve personal and professional success. It covers various topics such as how to set goals and establish a daily routine, how to overcome obstacles and stay motivated, and how to make lasting changes to one's habits. So friends, this was the book, The Habit Blueprint by Patrik Edblad. If you just want yourself to inculcate some good habits, if you want yourself to learn how to stick to a good habit and how to change a habit, go ahead, grab this book. In this book, you learn about the psychology behind the habit formation and the role of repetition in habit formation. You will discover the importance of identifying the specific cue, craving, response, and reward that makes up a habit. Not only this, you'll also learn how to change each of these elements in order to change the habit itself. The author explains very clearly in this book the importance of grouping habits into 4 categories, grouping it into as an identity, knowledge, skill, and environment, and how different types of habits require different approaches to change. He covers the importance of specific, measurable, and achievable goal in habit formation. So I would suggest go ahead, pick up the whole book, the entire book of The Habit Blueprint, and read it within this week. So friends, this was our book, The Habits Blueprint by Patrik Edblad. And I request each one of you to go ahead and complete this book in this week. I also request you to share your learnings with the group. We have our WhatsApp group. I have already formed a separate WhatsApp group for Book Reading Marathon Challenge. I'll be forming a separate Facebook group also. But till then, let's share our learnings within the Successpreneur group of learning itself. Now that group, it's in itself is a very powerful group where you're learning words every day. Whenever you want to do something, whenever you want to learn something, what you need is the words. You need daily words. So words cannot be, you cannot learn words in one day. You have to put a daily effort. And that's what our endeavor is, to take a 5 words every day, write a story with those words, and try to make those words your own. You own the words when you understand the words, when you can use the words instantly. You don't have to think about the words. And that can only come when you practice. When you read the words, meanings of the words, write a sentence out of it, or even a story out of it. So that makes the difference. So friends, my motto of starting this book reading marathon challenge is to make it big. I want more than 5,000 people to be a part of this book reading marathon challenge, and we're all sitting together reading a book together. Each one of us motivating one another to complete the challenge. Now, I know I don't have kept any prizes for this, but in future, we are going to come out with some prizes. Yeah, in future, this book reading marathon challenge is going to generate some revenue as well. So that time, we can have some prizes. Prizes are not there to, bribe you. It's there to motivate you. When you know that you are competing with 5,000 people, and you may be one of them to get a prize if you complete the challenge. And the prizes are not there for the first, second, third, like that. A prize has to be for everyone who completes the challenge. Because what we're doing is not a small thing. We are doing something which is boring. We are doing something which can help, we know that it is going to help us, but it's not so interesting to do. But the thing is, if you want to get something, we need to do something which can help us, which can make us grow. So let's keep doing it. Let's keep doing it. So friends, thank you very much for today's session. And I hope if there are many people who are joining the session, we can go ahead and discuss few of the points. Reading book is one thing that is going to definitely improve your vocabulary, that is going to improve your knowledge. But when you discuss the things, the learnings that you get, you are going to be more ahead from others. You're going to put that learnings within you, make that learning yours once when you go ahead and discuss the learnings. So once again, it's Vivek Kumar signing off for today, and we'll meet again the next week with our new book in the book reading marathon challenge. So thank you very much